everyone, welcome back to Forks and Fandoms, where food meets fandom. Today, we are putting a classic to the test with a store-bought version versus a homemade version. Can you guess what it is? It's Oreo Cookie Pies. We're gonna make Oreo Cookie Pie from the box mix. I forgot the word box mix for a second. And it's gonna go head-to-head with a homemade version. Which one will reign supreme? Who's gonna win? Stick around, find out. Let's go.
First up in this head-to-head battle is the Oreo Cookie Pie mix. To make this, you'll need 1 box of Betty Crocker Oreo Cookie Pie mix, 1/4 cup or 57 grams of butter, softened, 1 large egg, 1/2 cup or 114 grams of milk. Next up, we're going to follow the steps on the back of the box to make these cookies. Step 1. Preheat the oven. Set your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius. While it's preheating, line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Step 2. Mix the dough. In a medium to large bowl, combine the cookie mix, softened butter, and 1 egg. Stir until a dough forms. Note: if the dough is too sticky, chill it for 20 to 25 minutes. Once it is finished, step 3, shape and bake the cookies. Once you have a dough formed, roll it into 12 equal balls, about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons each. Place them 2 inches apart or 5 centimeters on the prepared baking sheet. Make sure you leave enough room as they will spread while baking. Bake the cookies for 15 to 17 minutes. Let them cool for 2 minutes on the baking sheet before transferring them to a wire rack and cool completely. Step 4. Make the filling. While our cookies bake, we will make the filling. In a small bowl, combine the filling mix and the milk. Beat together on low speed for 30 seconds. Then increase to medium speed and beat for 1 to 2 minutes until fluffy. Note: if you are beating by hand, it will take a little bit longer, perhaps 3 to 4 minutes. While we wait for our box mix cookies to cool, let's turn to our homemade cookies. To make our homemade Oreos, you will need 1/2 cup or 113 grams of butter, 3/4 cup or 150 grams of sugar, 1/4 cup or 50 grams of brown sugar, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of vanilla, 1 1/4 cup or 156 grams of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup or 41 grams of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon or 6 grams of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of salt, 2/3 cup or 150 grams of heavy cream, 1 1/4 teaspoon, 1 1/4 tablespoon, or 10 grams of confectioner's sugar, 10 Oreo cookies. Now that we have all our ingredients together, let's mix up some cookies. Step 1. Prepare your dry ingredients. In a medium bowl, whisk together your all-purpose flour, the cocoa powder, the baking soda, and the salt, and set that aside. Step 2. Cream together the butter and sugars. In a large mixing bowl, beat together your softened butter, your regular sugar, and your brown sugar. Mix for about 3 minutes until light and fluffy and no plain butter is visible anymore. Be sure to scrape down the bowl as needed. If you are mixing by hand, it may take up to 5 minutes. Step 3. Add in the rest of the wet ingredients. To your butter and sugar mixture, add in 1 large egg and beat until fully combined. Then add in your vanilla again. Beat until fully combined. Step 4. Combine your wet and dry ingredients together. Slowly add your pre-prepared dry ingredient mixture to your wet ingredients, mixing slowly at first and then more vigorously until a thick dough forms. Step 5. Shape and chill the dough. Once you have a thick dough formed, roll into small balls, about 1 tablespoon or 15 grams each. Place the balls about 2 to 3 inches apart on the baking sheet and flatten each ball slightly. Refrigerate the cookies for at least 10 minutes. This will help the cookies to hold their shape while they bake. While the cookies chill, reheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius. Step 6. Bake the cookies. Place the chilled cookie dough balls 2 to 3 inches apart on a lined baking sheet if you haven't done so already. Bake the cookies for 8 to 10 minutes. Let them cool on the baking sheet for 5 minutes before transferring to a wire rack to let them cool completely. While the cookies bake, we'll move on to make the filling. Step 7. Make the filling. In a small bowl, beat together your heavy cream with your confectioner's sugar. Continue beating until stiff peaks form. Once you have stiff peaks, crush 10 Oreo cookies and fold them into the cream filling. Note, cookies are optional and can be substituted with any cookie of your choice. Now that all the cookies are cool, let's assemble the cookies. First, make sure you have matched your boxed cookie mix with your boxed cookie filling and your homemade cookie mix with your homemade filling. Then take 1 cookie and spread about 2 tablespoons of filling onto one side. Then take your second half and smush them together to make a sandwich. Repeat for the rest of the cookies. Store the cookies in the refrigerator until ready to serve. Or if you have any leftovers, this will keep the filling firm.
We gotta go fast because we're running out of storage. Oops, no big deal. So we made our Oreo cookie pie mix. That's these ones. We made our homemade Oreos. That's these ones. And we have our loaded Oreos. That's these little itty bitty ones. So let's give them a try. We gotta try with these ones because that's what we're comparing it to. If you've never had loaded Oreos, you should get them. It's the only Oreos I like to eat actually as an Oreo. So this is the cookie mix. Ooh, I made a mess. It's okay. You don't get a lot of flavor, which is weird because I added a ton of Oreos. It just kind of tastes like chocolate. You don't really get much flavor from the cream in the middle. It just kind of tastes like baked chocolate. All right, let's try the homemade ones. They look better for sure. These are much better. They actually taste like chocolate, which is a plus. The cream in the middle, excellente. If you're interested in this, make these homemade ones. That's where it's at. Just for funsies. I also have this. This is Oreo Coke. They made it last summer. That's what my sweatshirt's from. Oreo Coke. It's amazing. I'm not actually gonna taste it, but if you like Oreos, if you like Coke Zero, this is your best friend. Trust me. I feel like I have cookie mix all over my face now. What did we learn today? Make the homemade stuff. It's better. If you don't have time to make the homemade stuff, just buy the Oreos. They're really good too. Do all the things for YouTube. The like, the subscribe. Leave me a comment. What do you think looks the best? Let me know. What should I make next? Let me know. Thank you for coming. Check out our next homemade versus box mix. Coming soon.